Some legacies are made of money, land, others of secrets. Mine is made of ink and leather and whispers that curl like smoke from its pages. I was told never to open it. An ancient family curse, they called it. A darkness passed down through blood. But how can you run from something that's already inside you? This isn't just a story about a cursed book. It's about a cursed family, my family. And I think I'm next. I'd never met Great Aunt Elsa. She was just a name that was whispered sometimes, usually followed by a shake of the head or a quick change of subject. A black sheep. She lived alone, she died alone. So when the letter arrived, saying that she'd left me the old Moreau house, I was confused. Why me? I'd never even known the house existed. The drive took hours, deeper and deeper into the countryside, away from cell phone signals and familiar roads. When I saw the house, old didn't quite fit. It felt ancient, wounded, like it was sinking back into the earth, and the forest around it was patiently waiting to swallow it whole. It didn't feel like an inheritance. It felt like a burden. Inside, time had stopped. Dust covered everything. Every creak of the floorboards echoed like a gunshot in the silence. It was a museum of a life I'd never known. But even through the decay, there was a strange pull, a sense of history and secrets. It was in her room, behind a crumbling wall panel I had nearly lost, that I found it. A heavy chest with iron fittings. No key, just a strange, intricate lock. Curiosity, I guess. Or maybe the house wanted me to find it. When she opened it, the air grew heavy, and there it was, her true legacy, the source of all those whispers. The book. The book felt wrong. Not just old, but heavy. Heavy with secrets. The leather was cool, almost damp, despite the muggy air. There was no title on the cover, just that single disturbing sigil etched into it. As I lifted it, a folded piece of paper, old brown, fell out. It was a letter. The handwriting was spidery, desperate. Elsa's warning. A key. It returns. It seemed madness, superstition born of loneliness and isolation. How could a book return? Even so, a shiver ran down my spine. But the warning only fueled the fire. What power could it have that inspired such terror? With shaking hands, I opened it. The pages smelled of dust, stale incense, and something else. Something metallic, coppery, like old blood. The illustrations were grotesque, beautiful in their horror. The text was a mix of spells for mundane things, finding love, ensuring good harvests, alongside rituals that promised other things, power, visions, control over forces that should be left alone. I didn't want to. The words just escaped. Oculi aperi, or something like that. It felt silly. Nothing had happened. At least I thought nothing had. Just ink and paper and an old woman's fears. But as I closed the cover, I couldn't shake the feeling that something, somewhere, had just opened its eyes, and it was looking right at me.
That feeling, the feeling of being watched, wouldn't leave me. The house felt heavy. The book throbbed on the bedside table. I needed answers. Who was Elsa? Who were the Moreaus? My family, a branch I didn't know. The nearby town seemed wary. The elders would clam up when I mentioned the house or the name, but the local library held whispers. I found them. Generations of Moreaus, stretching back centuries, all tied to this land, this house. And a pattern emerged, a dark, repeating pattern. There was great-great-grandfather August, who had amassed a sudden fortune just before the town suffered a mysterious plague. People whispered that he had made a pact. He died screaming in his bed. Then there was Isabel, his daughter. They said she could talk to the corn, that the animals avoided her. She vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single strange leather-bound book. And Elsa herself. The town records were scant, but the rumors persisted. The Witch of the Hill, they called her. They said she knew things she shouldn't, that bad luck followed those who crossed her. But it was Isabel's hidden journal that chilled me to the bone. She wrote of the book. She called it The Listener. She described rituals, her rituals. She wrote of whispers guiding her hand, shadows offering power. She described dreams, my dreams, the ones I'd been having ever since I'd opened the book. Dreams of circles and chants and a presence in the dark demanding payment. It wasn't just a book that Elsa had left me. It wasn't just a house. It was a legacy, a chain forged in darkness, passed down through blood. Each generation, a new owner, a new victim, or a new priest to their dark god. The unlucky family, we weren't unlucky, we were chained. And the book was just waiting for the next Moreau to pick it up. It was waiting for me. The dreams got worse. I would wake, my heart racing, the smell of incense thick in the air, though there was none. My hands ached, and sometimes I would find strange symbols drawn in the dust on the windowsill or scratched into the back of my own hand. Symbols I recognized only from its pages. I tried to stop reading. I did. But the book, it calls to you. It's more than paper. It feels alive. At night, I began to hear it. Not just creaks or wind, but whispers. Faint at first, like static, then clearer. They seemed to come from the walls, the floorboards, but mostly they came from the book itself. It promised things, understanding, power over the shadows I saw hovering at the edge of my vision. Was I going mad? Was this the family curse? Or was it real? The line blurred, then disappeared altogether. The whispers, they told me the rituals weren't just history. They were instructions. They said I could control it, understand it, if I just had the courage, if I just listened. I don't know why I did. Exhaustion? Fear? Or was it the book guiding my hands? Just a small ritual, a ritual of understanding. It promised clarity. I chanted the words. They felt thick and wrong in my mouth, like a language not meant for human tongues. The candles flickered, the shadows deepened, and I saw something, not clearly, a glimpse, a sense of immense age, power, and a hunger. It wasn't clarity. It was an invitation. It showed me a piece of itself, and it wanted a piece of me in return. I realized then the book doesn't offer control. It offers communion, and the price is your sanity, your soul, yourself. It's not in my head. It's real. After that ritual, it stopped hiding. The house, it breathes now. Doors open and close. Objects rearrange themselves into those symbols. And the whispers, they're constant. They know my name. They know Elsa's name. They know all the names. It's feeding on the house, on the story, on me. I feel it inside me. A coldness, a hunger that isn't mine. I tried to leave. I packed my bags, ran to the door, but the door wouldn't open. And when I turned around, it was there.